breaking down anarchism. Anarchism Conceptualized. Let's begin with the A. A is for anarchy. And it's an A in the O. A in the O. O is for order. Anarchy, therefore, is a type of order amongst individuals. So, the question we want to pose: does an individual belong to a group prior to belonging to him or herself? And using the term belonging as sort of loosely, but ownership of oneself, or just, putting together what a person is and its components. Do they belong to themselves before another group? So if we ask further questions off of that, what attributes determine someone belonging to a group? Obviously, there's a list of factors that we don't want to get into. But the question for anarchy is that, by definition, anarchy means no kings or rulers. So what this means is there's no legitimate kings above any individuals. And this is usually like a divine right bloodline. Or you don't have, in a democracy, the majority over the minority. And so with anarchy, it comes back to individuals choosing to collaborate and cooperate with other individuals, and in essence, what Hayek deemed spontaneous order creates peace and prosperity in societies. So typically we get very obsessed. This is grass in the land. With geography some defining borders, blah blah blah. So under anarchy, it is not defined historically or geographically. Anarchy is a relationship. It exists in time. If you're hanging out with people or have people around you, for the most part, there's peaceful cooperation occurring, and people are not at each other's throats, nor do you need a third party or entity imposing the will of peace in a society. Actually, this entity is the main influence of violence in a society. So, historically, anarchy has its roots in communism. The philosophy comes from, the OG anarchists. A lot of them were communists. Emma Goldman. Economically, what are the economics of anarchy? Today, it's associated with free market economics. Or, I'm going to mess this word up. Laissez-faire. Laissez-passer. And let's see. Politically, well, under anarchy, there's no politics. It's just individuals existing together. Mostly, where it's a relationship. So I'll say in relationships. Actually, I would say politics deals with the imposition of authority. So politics does not equal peace, peaceful outcomes. There's one more part that I want to mention with anarchy. Okay, yeah, this is what I want to mention. So, what you have is a landmass and other land masses, and let's just make that ocean, some shit. Now, typically, one country goes to war with another country, and even at smaller scales, you can have gangs going to war with one another. But only when you get into the concept of, what is a nationality, what is nationalism? Is it the area that defines them? Is it the language? Is it, unessential? It comes down to unessential characteristics. Um, like, yeah. And you take a group, and then, you have the people at the top, and they're like, we need to wage war. And then they wage war on this country, and this is not okay. But under anarchy, typically, where it's just individuals, you got individuals everywhere, for the most part, and there's no nationalities. Then all you have left is these arbitrary borders to wage war on what, what individuals? What individual wages war on a country? Yeah, so this is the closest to the philosophy of